y'all. I don't even want to make this video right now. The thing is, I love both, alright? But I can't help but like the way this fight went was just so not it. You have to give kudos, you know, Charles dominated the fight. Let's not get anything mixed up here. Before anyone says anything, yes, I was wrong, okay? But this wasn't this let's get this off the bat. This wasn't a BMF fight. Okay, Charles won the fight, fair and square. But this was not a BMF fight. Um, you know, the thing that I realized as soon as maybe like mid round three is like where I went wrong with this is Charles. No one was talking about this. None of the commentators. Nothing. Charles is a different fighter now. Ever since he got put in the shadow realm, this man has completely changed, and no one's talking about it. Mateus Gamrot, he sort of started to fight this way. Excuse me. Um, and you could have thought maybe, okay, yeah, it's because it's a wrestler, you know. But I think Charles has really just changed. And what I was thinking about is, okay, these guys have both fought Justin, both fought Dustin, and in those fights, I realized Charles wasn't really fighting like this. He was fighting like kind of putting it all on the line. But now here, he's actually fighting smart. So this is what I have to take away from this. Ilya Taporia made Charles win this fight. If you really think about it, this is why Charles is now fighting like this. And I know what Charles is saying. Charles was landing too on the feet, and I think if it was purely like if Max wasn't constantly where you can hear his coaches, "Hey, have that arm ready, have that arm ready for the underhook when he shoots, or when he goes in for the clinch," you know. I think that obviously had some effect. You you see that a lot with when someone's so good at striking and grappling, but the other guy's just a world class striker. It kind of evens out the striking because then someone like Max, you got to worry about that ground game. Um, I just want to ask real quick: did everyone see Max Holloway's eyebrows jiggling in round one? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get that clip. I'm not doing any editing for this right now. I really could care less. I'll just throw this out there. But yeah, at the end of the day, Charles wins. He gets the BMF belt, and he's right back in there, um, title contention. And I think they might force him to fight Arman, or if Justin loses, which Justin is going to get slept. I think they'll put him up against Justin again, maybe, and I think he beats Justin. If he's fighting like this, especially, yeah, it's over. But yeah, that's really not much to talk about. It was kind of the same thing over and over. Charles taking down Max, just kind of. It wasn't as bad as the Raul Rosas just laying on him, but he's trying to get in some ground and pound, going for the sub attempts. I do not know how Max survived on the ground. I guess that's a little bit of a win that he didn't get submitted. I don't know how he survived that. I think it was more of maybe like Charles didn't want to submit him because he might love Max. Um, and he kind of did like a 5 second point down at the end. It was really Max who pointed down. And then Charles was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to be done. I won this fight. Let me not do too much." Um, but yeah, that's really it, man. And Max loses. The rest of the card wasn't really interesting at all. I mean, Drew Dober. These two fights right here, RoboCop and Drew Dober send these dudes to the Shadow Realm. I'm telling you how Drew Dober hates black people. It's like kind of objective at this point. I'm just playing, but yeah. I mean, I don't know what's next for Max. I feel like they might give him someone like a Benoit Saint Denis or a Paddy Pimlet, which I really think I would be very confident in that over this fight tonight. Even though I was pretty confident in what I thought was going to happen, because I didn't know Charles would come in with that game plan and really stick to it. Um, So I think yeah, either Patty or Benoit, and I think Max destroys both of them. Um, so yeah, that's really it, y'all. Max loses by unanimous decision, 50-45. I mean, here, let me defend myself. If I would have known Charles was coming in and fighting like how he did against Mateus Gamrot, becoming more of a wrestler and using that as his point of attack and then coming with the striking after and mixing that all in like that, I think I would have probably said like a Max maybe somehow by decision or Charles by submission. But yeah, it really didn't go how I thought it would. The streak is over. The one event streak. Um, yeah, I don't really have much else to say. So damn, 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 damn. And one more thing I do want to add. I think after this, like, don't get me wrong, I still love Charles, but it's kind of like, I mean, if you were him in this position, I feel like everyone would have been like, come on, it was so easy for me to take him down, control him, and get the win. Why would I not do that? I get it, you know, if he has that big of an advantage on the ground, why not use it? But it's almost as if, like, dude, come on. You know? It's for the BMF. I don't know. I don't know. But, end of the day, Charles gets the dub. I'm telling you, if he fights like this against Arman, if he were to fight him again, or even Ilya, he would have such a better chance. I know what you're saying. Ilya reversed him, took him down. Yes, I get it. But it was almost as if Charles was kind of like just doing it just to throw it out there. But here, he was actually fully going for that, bringing those kicks up the middle, you know, getting into the clinch as quick as he possibly could. With like Ilya, it was like almost like he just wanted to. I don't know. I don't know. He fought smart tonight though and got the dub. That's all I got. I'm out of here. I gotta go. It's time to go cry.